Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome back to our next episode of the SWE Universe Mode. But this is a big one, because it's not just the next episode of Mayhem, it is the last ever episode of SWE Mayhem. Of course, all we've got left after this is the Shabby Mania pay-per-view. Let's see if we can sign things off with a bang. And we are going to start things off with what you could probably class as a dream match, I suppose. Eddie Guerrero versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. On the game, it's a nice quick loading screen. There we go. This is always the best way forward, this is. Now, of course, because there's so many more people on the game next year other than Cause, it means we're probably going to have a lot less loading screens next year as it is. And I'm hoping that 2K18 is going to be good. I'm a little bit up and down with it at the moment for some of the things that I have read and so forth, but yeah, well, I can say the one thing that I've found out today, which I'm very unhappy about, is that this is a real stupid thing, but when you actually think about it in detail, you can understand the problem, right? Is Finn Balor and Demon Finn Balor are separate characters, not different attires. They're completely separate characters. Now, for me, that doesn't quite make sense, because obviously the way the universe mode works, as 2K and Ukes have pushed over and over and over again, you build up the momentum, you push forward, and with the momentum then you can take on a champion and go for the belt that way. So if you build up momentum week in, week out with Finn Balor, then you come to a big pay-per-view and you think, you know what this pay-per-view needs? This pay-per-view needs a special bonus. It needs Demon Finn Balor. Demon Finn Balor then does not have the momentum that Finn Balor's built up all that month. And also, if Demon Finn Balor wins the championship at the pay-per-view, then Demon Finn Balor holds the belt, not normal Finn Balor. So normal Finn Balor, so it's doable still, don't get me wrong. You'll have to be able to you'll have to be able to switch the belt between the two people and this, that and the other. It's doable, but it's just such a pain in the backside. It's not something that we need to do, if that makes sense. It's something that should be done easily enough anyway, but I don't know, it's annoying, it really is for me. It's such a simple thing, but at the same time, it could have been done a lot better. And it's not just me who said this. If you look at the actual list, because they've released now, on the 2K forums, they've released an actual list of the roster, all the different alternative characters. We've got 5 separate Sting characters. 5 separate Sting characters. We've got separate Undertaker characters. We've got 3 separate Triple H's, 2 Cactus Jacks, 2 Diamond Dallas Pages. Which is fine, but I just don't understand why they can't just put them all under one person and just have the different attires. That's what that just confused me a little bit. I don't understand why they have to have it all separated out like this, because I can understand on different ages, but for me, Finn Balor and Demon Finn Balor, they're the same age. They're just different. It's a bit different than anything else. It's a bit like, I don't know, it's a bit like somebody utilising a slightly different attire for a pay-per-view. That's all it is. So I don't know anyone else I can sort of attribute it to. It's like when, I don't know, there's nobody else who does that sort of thing, do they, where they have a slightly different attire for a pay-per-view, but it makes no sense to me having them separate. It really doesn't. I'm hoping there's still enough time for 2K to have a little bit of a think about things and maybe combine the 2 characters together, because if it is going to be Demon Balor and normal Finn Balor separate, then I feel like I'm going to have to, I don't know, I'm going to have to either use Demon Balor and he's not going to have the momentum and he's not going to have to change the championships around and sort of bodge it together, or I'm going to have to create a secondary attire for the normal Finn Balor as the Demon. And that would just be a little bit of a pain, really, because you're just doing the same thing twice, aren't you? It's a little bit annoying, but there you go. So, enough about me moaning about 2K. I should be moaning about a game, because the 2K18 for me is going to be the saviour from what this game has been, because this game has frustrated me a lot, especially recently. Coming towards the end, it's really frustrated me. So I feel like 2K18 is going to be such a massive advantage and such a massive step up for us that, yeah, I shouldn't be moaning about it too much, should I really? But that's just something that I feel like they could change and improve. Also, no Arn Anderson and no Brian Pillman now. I suppose it's been confirmed. They've released a full roster list. Whether they're going to add anyone else to the roster moving forward, I don't honestly know, but as far as I can tell, that's the final until we get to know what the DLC is going to be. So there's still 2 people I think we will use in 2K18 anyway. Yeah, I'm sure we'll probably end up downloading those 2 people. As Ricky Steamboat now locking in a sleeper hold on Eddie Guerrero. Guerrero's getting back up to his feet though. Guerrero now. Saito suplex. And a lovely senton from the middle rope there by Eddie Guerrero. But does he have a frog splash saved up? Does he have that ready to go? Stiff clothesline there by Ricky Steamboat, who now heads up top. Maybe Guerrero's not going to get a chance to go for the frog splash if Steamboat can lock in this flying crossbody. And there it is. Crossbody pins Guerrero, whose shoulder, as you can see, is clearly off the mat there. It was really clearly off the mat, his shoulder there, but still referee counts it. But it was only enough for a 2 count. A Steamboat with a boot in the back of Eddie Guerrero as well. Steamboat went to kick. Guerrero avoided it, but still gets taken down with a snapmare now into the twisting chin lock. Slamming the head of Guerrero into the mat. Now Steamboat all wrenching away at the leg and the knee of Guerrero. Painful looking maneuver. Steamboat goes to the pin now. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Steamboat now. Oh, Guerrero fighting back. Guerrero taking Steamboat into a suplex. There we go. Keeps the grip and rolls the hip, looking for the second. And again, keeps the grip and rolls the hip, looking for the trifecta of suplexes. And there it is. There's the pin by Guerrero. 1, 2. Only a 2 count still. Guerrero can't believe it. He cannot believe what's happening here. Guerrero up top. There it is. The frog splash. Guerrero feeling froggy. And I feel like that's going to be the end. Oh, wow. Steamboat's kicked out the frog splash. Steamboat kicked out of the frog splash. Wow. That surprised me, that has. Arm breaker now by Guerrero, and I'm still a little bit stunned really by what has happened here. With both men kicking out their opponent's finisher maneuver, it shocked me a little bit here, it really has. Clubbing blow there by Steamboat now into a snapmare on Guerrero, and then another over the top cutter. And now Steamboat heading up top. Where Steamboat heading up now, he's heading up top once again. Is he going to have a shout out at a second crossbody? It was a bit close to Guerrero, but he hits it. 1, 2, and 3. And there we go. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat picks up the victory over Eddie Guerrero. Big win that for Steamboat. Very big win for Steamboat. I'm a bit surprised by that one, actually. I thought Eddie would have this one. Of course, Eddie, former WWE champion. Steamboat had his accomplishments over his years, but I don't think he ever held the main event championship for a big company like WWE. It was such a close crossbody, that one. Quite surprising, actually. And there we go. Ricky Steamboat is victorious. Got some really interesting matches for you here this evening, including 2 massive ones. Matanza, of course, your Mayhem champion, takes on Rey Mysterio. And we're also going to see later on this evening Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. But before that, we have a little bit of tag team action for you as the Radicals, Dean Malenko and Perry Saturn, take on the New Age Outlaws, Billy Gunn and the Road Dogg Jesse James. And here we go then. Now, this one is a very interesting one. You're going to have to watch this one very closely because this could be the last ever time you see the New Age Outlaws in SWE. Yes, of course, they are no longer in WWE 2K18, which is a shame. It is a shame, but that's the way it is, I'm afraid. And I don't know whether they're people that I really genuinely am that bothered about cause about, unless there's something we can use them for. I think PJ Tovey has dabbled with the idea of a potential use for the New Age Outlaws, so I'm just opening a can of cider while I'm recording. So yeah, possibly they might be in use, but I don't know as yet. I'm not sure. I'm not sure as yet. We'll have to see what happens as the time goes on. See how the world develops. See how the universe develops. So Dean Malenko and Perry Saturn. Now these are two guys that I think will be involved in the 2K18 universe mode from the beginning. Well, of course, as I've said many times before, and I'll mention it again just in case people haven't seen it, what we are going to do with the draft is myself and PJ Tovey have decided that we are going to draft everyone that we want. So we're going to draft all of the people on the game, but only one version of each character. Now, character's a strong point in this, because I am classing this year Cactus Jack, Mankind, Dude Love as separate characters. We can only have one version of Mankind on each roster, one version of Mick Foley, should I say, in each roster, but all three will be available to be drafted. And same with Papa Shango and The Godfather, both will be available to be drafted because they're different characters. But we're also going to draft all of the cores as well off the bat, only because it makes more sense. Because we don't often get a chance to do a draft because of the distance we live apart from each other and stuff like that. So it's not very easy for us to do a draft normally. So it makes sense to be able to draft all the cores now, and then we'll just have to be able to use them when they become available. We won't be able to use them straight away, of course, because they're not available straight away, most of them. A lot of them will be available pretty quickly on, of course, like the Hardy Boys and CM Punk and Hulk Hogan probably, Sabu. A lot of those sort of people will be available pretty quickly into the game, so they'll be used very early on. But of course we won't be able to use everyone straight away because there just won't be the cores available. It's going to take a while to get certain cores. Like, there's some people we've got that are very a little bit out there, shall we say, not cores that people would think of creating straight away. And other ones are ones that you probably would create straight away, like Andrade and Almas, for example, Drew McIntyre, Aleister Black, the people that we're assuming is going to be DLC, but has not yet been announced as yet, or it might have been for you guys. I'm recording this a few days ahead of time, but yeah, it's a tricky one. Hopefully we do get the people we deserve. People we want, at least, anyway. Deserve's a pretty strong word, I suppose, if you look at it that way. But yeah, it's yeah, we'll draft everybody straight off the bat so we know what we're doing moving forward. I think that's be the best way, I think. Wow, this cider's cold. Oh my god. I can feel it go down my body. I think YouTube's broken, you know. I think YouTube is definitely broken. Because I uploaded a video earlier and it doesn't seem to be there. Something's not quite right with this. I've uploaded a video and it's been on, it's an SWE video, it's been online for 4 hours and there's no views. Which is not right. Because normally we get quite a few views at the beginning. Alright, I'm going to have to... I don't know, YouTube has been really buggy all day. It really has been buggy all day. That's dropkick to the back there by Perry Saturn. Yeah, it's been. I tried to upload a video earlier and it came up with a picture of a dog with a spanner and loads of really weird, like computer language stuff that I did not understand. It did start working eventually, but so Perry Saturn now sending Billy Gunn into the corner. Right, let's see if that works. I'll just put it back to... I'll put the video to private, then put it back to public, and hopefully that might fix the problem. Nice German suplex from the top there by Perry Saturn. Ah, there we go. It's got 4 views now. That must have fixed the problem. Perry Saturn now dragging Billy Gunn in. Elbow to the back, so not a drop kick. Billy Gunn now, big knee strike right to the face of Perry Saturn. And Billy Gunn does make the tag into the Road Dogg, Jesse James. Now, it's a bit harsh on Road Dogg, this whole situation about New Age Outlaws being taken off the game. But of course, Billy Gunn left the company because of failing a drugs test a couple of years ago. I think he's now working for a lot of different companies, including New Japan. He's done a little bit of work here and there for New Japan. Of course, he's quite a well-known American name, so that's probably why that's happened. But yeah, it's because of that. Of course, Road Dogg still works in WWE. He is currently one of the head of creative over in SmackDown, which is why he gets a lot of hassle for the poor quality of SmackDown's direction. But yeah, so it's a little bit unfortunate for him. And of course, it's pointless having Road Dogg on there without Billy Gunn. Although they did have that a few years ago, didn't they? They had Billy Gunn in the game and no Road Dogg a few years back, didn't they? So it's been done before, I suppose. But it just doesn't make sense to me. Saito suplex there by Perry Saturn on the Road Dogg. Dropping an elbow right in the spine of Road Dogg as well. And Perry Saturn now fisherman swinging neckbreaker. And now head scissors, and Saturn has taken control of a lot of this match actually. But Road Dogg is back in control of this one. But for how long? Saturn doesn't seem to be able to turn it around as much as he wants to at this point in time. Nice drop kick right in the face of Perry Saturn. Saturn now reverse suplex. And Saturn now dropping a knee right in the face of Road Dogg. So I'm just texting PJ Toby to ask him to have a look at that video, see if it is actually working or not, because I'm a little bit confused by it. I think the views might be mine clicking on the video to see if it's working or not. I don't think it's working at all. Road Dogg then just gets clothesline and Perry Saturn out of the ring. And Billy Gunn stalking Saturn. Saturn avoids Road Dogg, gets back in the ring. That's the best place for him, really, isn't it? Oh, big, strong punches here by Perry Saturn, who catches Road Dogg into a dragon suplex. There's the bridge and pin. Referee is so slowed down, it's not even funny. Referee was slower than anything there. Never seen such a slow referee before in my life. There's Perry Saturn up top. Big elbow. That was a massive elbow strike, that was. One. Billy Gunn's run. Billy Gunn's run to try and stop that pin was the worst run I've ever seen in my life. There we go then. Radicals pick up the victory. No surprises there. No surprises there. But let's see if it will show it. Look at this elbow drop. There we go, by Perry Saturn. Beautiful elbow drop. Can't take that away from him. It was a great elbow drop. But look at Billy Gunn's run, attempt to try and break it up. Look. He runs straight past the pin in a completely wrong angle. Straight into to Dean Malenko. It's just so annoying because it makes the match look really dodgy at the end. It really does, but there you go. The Radicals once again pick up the points. The ranking points. They're going to move into 2K18. with a very strong position. They really are. They've picked up a lot of ranking points since they've been here. Lots of victories. And here is our next match then. It is going to be your Mayhem champion Matanza Cueto taking on Rey Mysterio Jr. Here we go. A real Lucha Underground style treatment for us here this evening. Looking forward to this one actually. It'll be interesting to see if Rey could pull the victory off here. It'd be interesting to see what would happen with Shabby Mania. The whole championship picture at the moment is very much... what's the best way of putting it? Very much up in the air at the moment. PGW still haven't told us exactly what it is that we are going to be seeing. So I'm quite looking forward to what it is we are going to be seeing, to be honest. We know that Seth Rollins is going to be involved because he won the No More Contendership match a few weeks back. But I've been hearing from PGW that there is going to be a twist. There's going to be a twist in there somewhere, which might indicate there should be more people in there. Which would be pretty cool. Pretty cool, actually. I'm looking forward to that. But of course, Matanza Cueto as the Mayhem champion without his belt though here today. It's interesting. And of course, he won the belt by absolutely destroying Brock Lesnar at the previous pay-per-view, which I can't remember what it was called. Is it written on this piece of paper? No, it's not written on this piece of paper. And that's the wrong piece of paper anyway. That's an old piece of paper, that is. Why am I missing last month's stuff here? Well, I'm missing a whole month's worth of Mayhem cards. I need to sort out my paperwork. I've got paperwork bloody everywhere at the moment. I need to put it all in my folders. Yeah, it's long gone here. What is it? That's adrenaline. We don't want adrenaline, do we? That's the 2K18 roster. That's Final Fantasy 12 walkthrough. I'm well lost here then. Where is it? Yeah. I thought I had it somewhere. I must have it somewhere. But of course, yeah, it was Brock Lesnar who got destroyed by Matanza Cueto. And here comes Rey Mysterio. Now, very much a David versus Goliath style clash, this one. Which will be interesting to see. Mysterio is someone who is quite accomplished in taking down much bigger opponents. People that he probably shouldn't be able to take down. And this could be probably one of the biggest scalps of his career if he can take down Matanza Cueto. But of course, don't write Mysterio off. He is a former WWE champion himself. I don't think he's been considered in this universe mode as a potential main eventer, but you never know as time moves forward. A win here against Matanza Cueto could push him into that main event picture. Best thing for him, really, I think, here. Nice cider. A nice cider there. So basically you've got two completely different styles here that could really really mingle quite well. Well, look at Mysterio here, just back it into Matanza Cueto. That's not going to go down well, Matanza Cueto, at all. The referee split them up there, ready to ring the bell. There it goes. We are underway. Rey Mysterio versus Matanza Cueto. And Cueto straight away, just lifting Rey up and slamming him down with the Gorilla Press. Wow, okay. We might have just got a slight look at what we can expect here then from Matanza Cueto and Rey Mysterio. Matanza has built up a lot of momentum throughout this universe mode. Has literally destroyed everyone that's been in his way. There's the pin on Mysterio. Only a 1 count. Mysterio is one of the most resilient wrestlers in history as well. Like I said, taking on some real big names, and Mysterio fighting his way out of that powerbomb. But Matanza still sends him across the ropes and drops him face first on the mat. There's something really cool about the way that Matanza Cueto wrestles, isn't there? Oh, running DDT. It's just his moveset. It's very much like Daisuke Sekimoto over on Carnage. He's someone who might not necessarily be the best wrestler in the world, but his moveset on this game is just, for me, one of the most entertaining movesets. It's just, it's very aggressive, it's very strong, launching people around the ring, suplexes, and all sorts of stuff. It's really good. As Matanza already stalking Rey Mysterio, takes him up. Onto that big front slam. There's the pin. Referee, come on, mate. That's a 2 count there already. Oh, wow. Wow, the referee, if the referee had actually got down there at a reasonable time rather than messing around like he did, then I think Matanza Cueto would have picked up the victory. Mysterio, couple of big punches into a Northern Light suplex. And Rey now just pinning Matanza back. Wrenching the arm back, and Rey going to try and do some damage to the arm. That could be a wise idea because of trying to attack him, trying to force him down, trying to damage the arm. Oh my, what? Come on. Come on, whoever designed the weight recognition on this game really needs to be given some sort of training in how hard it is for a man that size to pick up a guy the size of Matanza Cueto, you know, but there you go. Matanza now back in control, wrenching back at Rey Mysterio into the camel clutch submission. Painful maneuver here. Rey getting wrenched back. Very painful for your neck and your back and your shoulders as well, being hooked to that position, but Rey fighting his way free, able to crawl out from between his legs and trip Matanza over in the process. Matanza boot right in the face of Rey Mysterio and a massive uppercut. Mysterio shaken from the uppercut. Matanza now bringing Mysterio back up. Mysterio fighting back there with a jawbreaker on Matanza Cueto into a wheelbarrow bulldog. And every now and again Mysterio gets that little bit of offense. He's not hit that once. In the entire universe mode, he's not hit that once. We are yet to see a single 619. And that's what the 2K is going to have to improve on, because the whole way that sets up just does not work for me. Standing moonsault now by Mysterio on Matanza. Mysterio heading up top. Looking for that frog splash, of course. Very good friends of Eddie Guerrero. And that is homage to him. There it is, the frog splash. Matanza completely no-sells it straight back up. Oh, a big clubbing blow right across the chest of Rey Mysterio. And Matanza Cueto's taken the best that Rey Mysterio's got, and it's just not enough. Mysterio fighting back once again. Hurricanrana on Matanza Cueto into the pin. 1, 2. Oh, I've got a 2 count over Matanza Cueto. A 2 count over the Mayhem champion, who then rolls out the way of Rey's dropkick and takes Rey straight up, round the islands, into the slam. There's the pin. 1, 2, and Matanza Cueto, your Mayhem champion, continues his reign of dominance, yet to lose a single match in SWE. And he is definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with, and a massive pick in SWE Season 3. Matanza will be there. But as I stressed earlier on, it's down to character. One of each character. Which means that Jeff Cobb will also be available to be drafted this year. And I feel like there might be a real strong fight for Jeff Cobb, I tell you. Jeff Cobb is someone that both myself and PJ Toby really, really like. Matanza, though, I feel Matanza could be well placed in Carnage, you know? And how amazing would it be for Matanza Cueto to take on Braun Strowman? Just think about that. Just think about that dominance. So there we go. Matanza Cueto victorious here over Rey Mysterio Jr. Right then, now it is time to see who it will be taking on... Who is the champion? Sasha Banks at Shabby Mania for the Mayhem Women's Championship. Will it be Trish Stratus, Cherry Bomb, or Mickie James? And here we go then. I lost my voice there for a second. Attention, attention. Okay, I got it back now. I got it back. So first of all, then we have for you Cherry Bomb. Now, might be a bit surprising for Cherry Bomb to be involved in this match for you, but Cherry Bomb has been one of the top females so far in this universe, man. I think she's actually the second highest rated behind Sasha Banks at the moment. So it really is fair for her to be involved in this. Whether she'll be quickly available on 2K18, that's going to be the problem. Now, what me and Peach have agreed is that we're not going to force championship matches one way or another. However, if somebody is a champion and we can't get the call before the first pay-per-view of that person, then that person will be stripped of the championship and it will be made vacant and fought for fairly between the other people that are available. Now, it's a little bit harsh, I suppose, in some cases, but we could be sat there for months trying to get a hold of a Cherry Bomb, for example. And, yeah, that could become a problem over time, I suppose. It's a little bit annoying, isn't it? But that's the way it works, I suppose. But, of course, we do know we will have Mickie James and Trish Stratus on next year's game anyway, so if either of those two women win, that won't be a problem that comes up at all. And also, I feel like our female roster in 2K18 is going to be a lot stronger. With the introduction of the Mae Young Classic recently, there are going to be a lot more cores available, and I have a large list of... I think I've got 30 women on the game, and I've also written a list of 35 women that I want to put in the game through cores as well. So that is a combination of Legends, Mae Young Classic, TNA, Indie, all that sort of stuff as well. Of course, Eva Lee from Lucha Underground, all that sort of stuff. So we've got a nice big list of people we want to use. And I'm looking forward to it now, actually. I've actually found you can get some really good, if you're still playing the game and you're on PS4, you can get some really, really good versions of some of the Mae Young Classic women. Especially Toni Storm. There's one person, I can't remember what their name is now, but there's one person who's made a Jazzy Galbert and a Toni Storm that were both absolutely fantastic. Absolutely top spot on they were. One of my favourite women from the Mae Young Classic, though, was Tainara Conti. She got knocked out in the first round, but I was really impressed with her style and ability and in-ring just persona. She was very, very good. And she is actually signed up by NXT, and she actually made her debut on the recent NXT tapings. I'll give you any more details on it because it was quite an interesting debut, to say the least. So you'd have to watch a bit of NXT if you want to find that out, or if you're like me and you read the tapings results, then you'll probably know what's happened anyway. But, you know, it is what it is. So we are underway then. So this is a no... Oh, well, I suppose it is no disqualification. All triple threat matches are no disqualification. That's the way it works. Don't let TNA tell you any different with their recent... That was... When was that? Like 2 or 3 months ago now, wasn't it? Where... Was it Bruce Pritchard came out? I'm making a triple threat match. But it's not any just triple threat match. It's a no disqualification triple threat match. Bruce, they're all no disqualifications. That's the way it works. They're all no disqualifications. That's just how these sort of match types work. But there you go. Nice running clothesline there by Cherry Bomb on Trish Stratus. And like I said, Cherry, I think, is someone who's going to have a hell of a lot of momentum built up coming into this match. And I feel like she might be a favourite of mine. Even though I feel like Trish and Mickie on paper should be winning this match because of their experience and that sort of stuff, but just the momentum that that Cherry Bomb is currently on, I think she's going to be looking pretty strong. And my leg's gone dead. Ugh. Of course, don't forget we still have for you your main event after this one. It is going to be Goldberg taking on Brock Lesnar one-on-one. Well, one-on-one with Paul Heyman at ringside, as you do. Nice snooplex there by Trish Stratus on Cherry Bomb, only enough for a 1 count. Trish now bringing Cherry back up to her feet, but Mickie catches the taker down with the over-the-top takedown. I don't know what that's called. I've always just called it the over-the-top takedown. It's a pretty crap name for it, isn't it, really? In fairness, it's a real crap name for it. Mickie James now with the Northern Lights suplex on Trish Stratus. It seems like both Mickie James and Trish Stratus, that's the name, are both trying to almost just isolate Cherry Bomb in the ring. But like I said, I don't think that's the best idea, the way that it's going at the moment, especially with Cherry Bomb at the moment is looking very, very strong. Nice running shoulder block there by Cherry Bomb. Just went for that front splash, but Trish took her out. And once again, oh, big DDT there by Trish, by Mickie James. That's a finisher, isn't it? Mickie now sending Cherry Bomb into the corner. Now shoulder first into the turnbuckle post. But Cherry Bomb straight back up on her feet, and Mickie James catching her once again. Cherry Bomb fighting through with a boot. And a German suplex as well. Oh, big kick there by Trish Stratus right in the face of Cherry Bomb. There's the pin. Trish, 2. Oh, and Cherry Bomb kicked out. How'd she kicked out of that? She took a massive chick kick right in the face. Trish once again with a pin. And again, it's only enough for a 2. Mickie James down to a neck breaker. Mickie now catching Trish with the clotheslines. Wow, that was a hell of a jump there by Mickie James. She went the entire length of the ring. Another big clothesline taking Trish down. And Cherry Bomb catches Trish with a boot in the gut. Beautiful hurricane out of the corner by Mickie James as well. But Trish is there catching Mickie. These 3 ladies so desperate to get their place on Shabby Mania. Big chop there by Trish on Mickie James. And a big kick right in the gut of Cherry Bomb as well. Another pin then by Trish on Cherry Bomb. And again, it's only for a 2 count. Big elbows right in the forehead there of Cherry Bomb by Trish. And again, she's going for the pin. And again, Cherry Bomb kicks out the 2. Trish just can't finish Cherry Bomb off. I don't know why she just didn't try and concentrate a bit on Mickie James instead. As Trish taking that turnbuckle pad off and Mickie James taking it down with that, well, collegiate style wrestling move. And now just riding Trish, as a lot of people wish they could do. Mickie James dropkick right in the face of Cherry Bomb.
6.5 hours later.
She's going to go for the pin instead, okay. 1, 2, that's a 2 count. Look how much Mickie James has aged just in this match alone. She's like 47 now. Is Trish going to go for it here? Nope, because Mickie James has reversed it. Oh, God. I don't think I can take this game anymore. I really can't. Everything's cancelled. No more. Trish is going to hit this big maneuver, but Cherry Bomb's going to get back up on her feet on the outside. And she's going to be able to break this pin up, and she's straight away. Referee is so bad on this game. Death Valley driver there by Cherry Bomb. Is that enough? Nope, she's going to go for the pin. Sending Trish into the corner. Tornado DDT. But now Mickie James is back up on her feet. What is even happening? Hurricanrana by Mickie James out of the corner on Cherry Bomb. And Trish now have a Hurricanrana of her own, taking Mickie James down. Trish, pin her. Pin her, Trish. Oh my god. What is even going on? Just tap out, please. Please just tap out. Please, just tap out. Nope. Oh, Cherry Bomb's not hit that super kick once. She's gone for it so many times this match. She's not hit it once. Trish is going to hit this again, but Mickie James is now back up on her feet. I'm going to go for the pin anyway. This could be a chance here to win the match for Trish Stratus, sorry. Springboard Bulldog. Pinner, 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 pinner. There's the pin. Ref, get down, get down, get down. 1, 2. Oh, fuck's sake. Fuck off. Just finish this fucking match. Guillotine and the bottom rope there by Trish Stratus on Mickie James. Over the top cutter. Mickie fighting back with the head scissors takedown though. But just stands there and stares at her, doesn't do fuck all about it. Dragon screw by Cherry Bomb. Just stamping on the back of Trish Stratus. Surely someone's got a big maneuver they can do to win this match. Surely. Surely. Locking in the submission here. Can Cherry Bomb make Trish Stratus tap out? Wrenching back of that leg. It's an awkward angle. But Trish able to roll through. Springboard Bulldog on Mickie James. But Cherry Bomb still up on her feet. Cherry. Codebreaker there on Trish Stratus. Can she steal the win here? She goes to the pin on Mickie James. There it is. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, thank God for that. Thank God for that. My god. This match has lasted for 57 minutes. Which is why I sound so exasperated now. 57 bloody minutes. Oh my god. It's Cherry Bomb going on to Shabby Mania to fight it out for the Mayhem Women's Championship. I will have cut a massive chunk of the middle of that match out for you. I'm not going to make you sit through that much of it. It's far too bloody long, isn't it? Far too bloody long. But this was the finale. Eventually, the Springboard Bulldog. Springboard Bulldog. I've lost the ability to talk now. It's been that long. And then into a Codebreaker by Cherry Bomb, who was able to steal the victory away from Trish Stratus. Now that's interesting because I said earlier on the match, Cherry Bomb was the one who built the most momentum throughout this universe mode, and there she is proving it with even more momentum and a big victory there for two legends in WWE, I would say. So Cherry Bomb goes on to Shabby Mania. When is Shabby Mania? The 29th is the first episode of Shabby Mania. That would be Mayhem. And of course there will be 2 videos uploaded that day. Both Shabby Mania. It'll be a 10 match card. It's going to be really good actually. We've got a few matches lined up already. We're going to have David Richards versus Eddie Edwards in a grudge match because that was the breakup from last week. We've got Sting versus Jake the Snake Roberts versus Chris Jericho in a triple threat match. Got the Hardy Boys versus the Legion of Doom for the Tag Team Championships. Really big pay-per-view, actually. And here we go then. Tonight is your main event. Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg. Here we go. So this will be an interesting one. Of course, they're going to be a lot better on the game than they are in real life. Well, hopefully anyway. Because in real life, their matches have been pretty much useless. I'm looking forward to this one, actually. It's going to be a good one. Going to be a good one. Both guys, big and strong, know how to put across a good suplex. Of course, Goldberg is very used to throwing people around. That's what he used to do a lot in WCW. That was one of his main things, really. Oh, my side has turned into ice. Great. My fridge is going funny. My side has turned into ice. Well, that's not good, is it? That's not good at all. Well, you have cider with ice anyway, but I essentially have right now is a slushy. I've got a cider slushy right now, that's what I've got. It's an interesting flavour though. It's a little bit flat though, that's the problem. There you go. That's what you need to record. Especially with matches like the last one, you need a lot of drink to get through them. So here we go then, Lesnar in the ring alongside, of course, Mr. Paul Heyman. Knock on the door, and here he comes. The man, the myth, the legend that is Goldberg. Big chance here. Goldberg's not done too well so far in this universe mode, so a big win here would be really, really good for him. Be a chance for him to really be able to show his ability and, of course, get those ranking points for 2K18 because, I don't know, actually, there's a potential for Goldberg, you know, at Shabby Mania. Like I said, we don't quite know what the main event is going to be at Shabby Mania yet, and I think PW's not released the whole card yet either, so there's still some good chance for some good stuff to be coming your way, but we don't know what it's going to be as yet. So this might not be the last time we see Goldberg or Lesnar. By that fact, actually. There could be a lot of things going on. Do-do-do. There he is. I was always a massive Goldberg fan back in his WCW days, but I think I said this in a video not too long ago. His recent run in WWE sort of ruined him for me. There's always been this sort of thing in my mind that you should never... It's better to be remembered as a legend than coming back and ruining your memory, in my opinion. And I think that Goldberg, in his return, wasn't necessarily anything wrong with him as a wrestler. He wasn't the greatest wrestler in the world. He didn't have a lot of maneuvers. His matches didn't last very long, but that's almost like what Goldberg was originally, in his original runs in WWE and WCW as well. He was never a man who could wrestle a full 30 or 40 or 50 minute match. There you go, I got my words out eventually. He was never that sort of guy, but I think it was more... The thing that annoyed people more than anything, in my opinion, was Goldberg getting the Universal Championship. For me, that was a big misplay by WWE. Taking the Universal Championship away from the one feud that everybody was invested in. The whole universe loved the whole Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens feud. Chris Jericho is the complete opposite to Goldberg, really. Chris Jericho comes back and has another run, and it was outstanding. It was the best work Chris Jericho's done. Whereas Goldberg came back and sort of took away from some of his history. Sort of ruined his image, in my opinion. But I don't know. I think it's yeah. Let's say if they just kept it between Goldberg and Lesnar and pushed it towards WrestleMania, it would have been fine. But getting involved in that championship, for me, just ruined it. Just ruined it. There was no point in having this match for the Universal Championship. It should have just been a special attraction match. And they should have made... And for me, Lesnar should have won the match at SummerSlam. Survivor Series, sorry. Because that way it would have been 1-1 going into WrestleMania. One match each, and they could have had a rubber match to see who was the better by winning the second match and this, that and the other. And it would have been good then. It would have been really interesting. Ugh. Slushy cider. Lesnar backing away into the corner here, in control of Goldberg now, just twisting the head of Goldberg. I tell you what, that last match has really tired me out. I'm really struggling now. Lesnar hoisting Goldberg up in the gut wrench. And slams him down, gut wrench suplex. Lesnar bringing Goldberg back up. Into a German, keeps the grip, rolls the hip, into a second German. Again, keeps the grip, rolls the hip. Looking for the trifecta of German suplexes. And now Lesnar stalking Goldberg, takes him up onto his shoulders, looking for the F5. Boom. There's the pin. Is that going to be enough? 1, 2, and no, Goldberg kicked out. The former Mayhem champion thought he had this match won there and then, but evidently not. But Lesnar still continues the assault on Goldberg and looking for a stretch muffler submission hold. Of course, that is Sami Callihan's finishing maneuver as well. Where it used to be. I don't think it is anymore. I've not seen him wrestle in quite some time, actually. Goldberg turning things around. They're sending Lesnar into the turnbuckle now, into that front slam. Goldberg dropping a boot in the arm now, wrenching back at the neck of Lesnar as well. Lesnar fighting his way free. Catching Goldberg in the front chantry. Goldberg tripping Lesnar over though. Goldberg launching Lesnar across the ring. There's the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Big elbows right on the shoulder of Lesnar by Goldberg. Goldberg slamming Lesnar back of the head first into the mat. Now Goldberg walks back into the far corner, lining up Brock Lesnar. Heyman looks worried as Goldberg gets caught. No. Goldberg got his spear reversed into a DDT by Lesnar. Who now takes Goldberg up, deadlifts him into a powerbomb. Lesnar now bringing Goldberg back up to his feet once again. In for a German, keeps the grip, rolls the hip. Into the second German, keeps the grip and rolls the hip. Into the trifecta of German suplexes. But Goldberg, the end is not that close for him yet as Lesnar looks to continue the assault. Lesnar brings Goldberg up onto his shoulders now into a Kimura lock. Lesnar's not just happy with a victory over Goldberg, he wants him to tap out. And he does. He does. Brock Lesnar makes Goldberg tap out to the Kimura lock. Wow. Didn't see Goldberg as someone who would tap out here, but it's the way it is. And Brock Lesnar does pick up the victory and the ranking points. And also picks up a thought in PJ Toby's head about potentially what he's going to do at Shabby Mania. And of course, Matanza Cueto does have that belt, but I don't think there's anyone in the SWE at the moment that would be likely to get a victory one-on-one with Matanza Cueto at the moment, to be honest with you. So the only way you're going to add any sort of interest into this match is if it's not one-on-one. If there's going to be multiple people in there, maybe. You never know. German suplex there. And then into the Kimura lock by Brock Lesnar. And Goldberg had no choice but to tap out, did he? There he was, tapping out. And Brock Lesnar is victorious. So, of course, double ranking points because it was the main event. So 10 points for Brock Lesnar on his rankings, which is going to make him one of the highest ranked people in the draft for 2K18. Of course, all ranking points will move across to 2K18 as well. And Lesnar, I feel like, is going to be someone who might get drafted very, very early in that. So guys, that is the end of Mayhem in general, I suppose. We've got one more, we've got two more shows for you technically. One show technically, but across 2 videos, of course. And that will be Shabby Mania. Coming for you on the 29th of September will be Shabby Mania Mayhem. And then, of course, the week after, we're going to see a Shabby Mania Mayhem Royal Rumble. The winner of that one will stay on Mayhem brand for 2K18 as well. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon for some more SWE. 2 days' time, in fact, for our next episode and our last episode of SWE Octane. Bye. The 1, 2, 3.